What is it now, Gladys?
There's a strange lady driving the Stevens car. She drove it into the garage. When she comes out, you'll see.
All right, I'll see.
There she is. Hi, Miss Kravitz. Now she's at it.
At what?
Changing herself.
Let's get into these Reddit comments, shall we?
So there are now rabbits in Peter's yard? How the hell do his poor neighbors put up with this crap? Let's get into these comments on Reddit now, shall we? Oh, I watched for the first time in months. He's nervous and backpedaling. He's having nervous verbal diarrhea and it's so obvious. But he still keeps going and he cannot keep his mouth shut. Talking about your neighbors and what they are doing to their homes. Now he's talking about the HOA. Pretending he was only joking around. And the obsession of people that pass his home. He should have asked the guys on the bicycle to clean that door. Because we all know he was not waiting to do it until it was painted. His chimney, bathroom, and hoarded basement are still not taken care of. But Gladys Kravitz had a husband that loved her. In my opinion, Peter is having anxiety, the real deal kind, not his usual baloney, because he has done something wrong. His motormouth hyperverbal speech is a sign that he's covering his ass. He continues to cross personal privacy boundaries, especially when spying on the neighbors, being a constant nuisance, disturbing their peace and putting their information on YouTube for entertainment purposes to appease his followers. His fans encourage his abnormal voyeurism, which has become an obsession. They enjoy him overfeeding the birds and critters. His followers aren't concerned about privacy rights or environmental safety. They want Peter to entertain them with kindergarten duck stories and squirrel tales. They don't understand deviant behavior when they see it. Because he has done something wrong. His motormouth hyperverbal speech is a sign that he's covering his ass. Bingo. You win. We see you, Peter, and we know you are on here 24. I would really like to know why he cares so much about his neighbor's every single move. Why did he care so much that two college-aged people were walking down the road and calling someone? What would possibly intrigue him so much about this? It's like he thinks his life is a movie and he's going to catch a prowler or a killer. Get a freaking life, dude. Me thinks he's playing a CYA, cover your ass, card in terms of how he's now speaking about the HOA in last night's vlog. Peter senses someone is in his neighborhood, is watching, listening. I hope they are, but he's certainly turned the HOA drama vlog down a few notches. He conveniently put HOA in the title as to attract whomever to it to see his speaking well of them. His thinks he's sneaky, it's about time they caught on. I've been saying it. HOAs are no joke. He's definitely covering his ass, turning down the HOA drama and talking a mile a minute like he has been caught doing something wrong. Oh yes. He is high on the BS meter today, saying people wait to purchase a condo in his old neighborhood and they watch for one to become available, on the lake. The lake looks more like a pond in his videos. He mentioned several times that the condos were built in the 1980s. I'm not throwing shade on vintage homes. I'm partial to old farmhouses and cottages, but they need to be maintained or renovated. People also turn mid-century houses into fun and interesting places. But Peter's condo isn't that. It's old. It's neglected. It's dark and dated. I'm sure others are like that too. Sorry for the sidetrack, but he is acting like he lives in a gated community in Beverly Hills or a beautifully preserved part of an old historic town. Who is he kidding? The guy really does love to live on Fantasy Island. LOL, he lives in a regular suburban condo community built long ago. Regarding his recent HOA manifesto, someone is definitely watching him, for once, or someone said something to him about his recent neighborhood shenanigans. He's acting guilty as sin. Innocent people, with nothing to hide, don't ramble at warp speed or blabber on and on the way he just did, tugging at his shirt. Your spidey senses are correct. I could never see past the yellow tobacco-stained everything. The vlog tonight is off the hook. Mrs. Cravats has nothing on Peter. He is severely out of his nosy mind. You have to listen to the vlog from tonight for just a few minutes. He is monitoring his neighbors and their homes more than ever. I would absolutely tell him off if he was my neighbor. He's completely crossed the line. I understand keeping your eyes open for making sure no crime is taking place, but he can't contain himself. If you're bored out of your mind, give it a few minutes, guys. As always, leave your comments down below.
Howdy, Miss Good.
I want to see you and your wife right away about Dorothy.
Dorothy? Well, what has Dorothy done?
What's she done? I'm all but lame from the bite on my leg.
Oh, me, she bit you?
No, her dog.
Oh, she bit her dog, eh?
No.
Doctor, what on earth do you think happened to that poor boy?
Nurse, in all my years of medical practice, I've never seen anything quite so horrid. Doc, what happened to Jeff, man? What happened to Jeff, man? Your friend is very ill. Who did this to you, man? What's done? I'm telling you, Jeff. You've done it. Nobody does it.
Now I have a story that I'd like to tell about this guy. You all know me as me scared as hell. He comes to me at night after I crawl into bed. He's burnt up like a weenie and his name is Fred. He wears the same hat and sweater every single day, and even if it's hot outside, he wears it anyway. He's gone when I'm awake, but he shows up when I'm asleep. I can't believe that there's a nightmare on my street. If I remember it right, and we had just gotten back off tour last night. So the gang and I thought that it would be groovy if we summoned up the posse and dumb rush the movies. I got Angie, Jeff got Tina, Reddy Rock got some girl I've never seen in my life. That was alright though, cause the lady was chill. Then we dipped to the theater, set to ill, bugging, Cole having a ball. And something about Elm Street was the movie we saw. The way it started was decent, you know, nothing real fancy about this homeboy named Fred and this girl named Nancy. But word, when it was over, I said, yo, that was death. And everything seemed alright when we left. But when I got home and laid down to sleep, that began the nightmare on my street. In my room like an oven, my bed soaked with sweat, and man, I was bugging. I checked the clock, it had stopped at 12:30. It had melted, it was so darn hot, and I was thirsty. I wanted something cool to quench my thirst. I thought to myself, yo, this heat is the worst. But when I got downstairs, I noticed something was wrong. I was home all alone, but the TV was on. I thought nothing of it as I grabbed the remote. I pushed the power button, and then I almost choked when I heard this awful voice coming from behind. It said, man, I ain't even wait to see who it was. Broke outside in my drawers and screamed so long, cuz got halfway up the block, I calmed down and stopped screaming, then thought, oh, I get it, I must be dreaming. I strolled back home with a grin on well get ill. I walked in the house, the big bad fresh prince, but Freddie killed all that noise real quick. He grabbed me by my neck and said,
"Here's what we'll do. We got a lot of work here, me and you. The souls of your friends, you and I will claim. You've got the body and I got the brain."
I said, "Yo, Fred, I think you got me all wrong. I ain't partners with nobody with nails that long. Look, I'll be honest, man, this team won't work. The girls won't be on you, Fred, your face is all burnt." Fred got mad and his head started steaming, but I thought, what the hell, I'm only dreaming. I said, "Please leave, Fred, so I can get some sleep. But give me a call, and maybe we'll hang out next week." I pat him on the shoulder, said, "Thanks for stopping by." Then I opened up the door and said, "Take care, guy." He got mad, drew back his arm, and slashed my shirt. I laughed at first and thought, hold up, that hurt. It wasn't a dream, man, this guy was for real. I said, "Freddie, Hal, it's been an awful mistake here." No further words, and then I darted upstairs, crashed through my door, then jumped on my bed, pulled the covers up over my head, said, "Oh, please do something with Fred." He jumped on my bed, but through the covers with his claws, tried to get me, but my alarm went off, and then silence. It was a whole new day. I thought, I wasn't scared of him anyway, until I noticed those rips in my sheets, and that was proof that there had been a nightmare on my street. Oh man, I gotta call Jeff. Come on. Come on, Jeff, answer. Come on, man.
Hello?
Jeff, it's Prince, man. Jeff, wake up. Jeff, wake up.
What do you want?
Jeff, wake up, man. Listen to me, Jeff.
It's 3 o'clock
Jeff,
in the morning. What
Jeff,
do you
would
want?
you listen to me? Whatever you do, don't fall asleep. Jeff, listen to me. Don't go to
I'll
sleep,
talk to
Jeff.
you tomorrow.
Jeff,
I'm going
Jeff.
to bed.